Good morning to all. Before I can discuss more about the content analysis, I thought I should focus on one more, I would say, analytical tool which is available to us. I hope all of you do remember that there is a database which is called as the Hathi Trust. We call it as the HT in shortcut. If that is the database that you are aware of, then all of us should be introduced to another analytical thing that is available, and which I call it as the HTRC, that is Hathi Trust Research Center. I mean, this is again one of the centers, I would say, which has really done a lot of work in terms of the database creation of the database for various books, which you can check out from their database if that book is available. And I came to know that there are more than 8 million books which are available, and you can take care of it. However, from the perspective of the content analysis, which this website has been useful for me, I thought let me go ahead and share it. Now you see, you will understand what exactly is content analysis and what kind of things are available for you. So what is this HTRC? So remember that HTRC is the computational analysis of the works for their digital library, which is called as Hathi Trust DL or Hathi Trust Digital Library, and it helps to facilitate the non-profit research work and educational uses of the entire collection which is there. Now this is basically for the Indiana University and University of Illinois. However, we should go ahead, and there is nothing wrong if you can use it basically for your own content analysis. Now you see, content analysis does not mean just performing the textual analysis. There are certain tools which I told you that yes, they are available, and you can go ahead and you can take care of it. Now HTRC, if you look at it, operates under a non-consumptive research paradigm, and HTRC makes available the collection of the computational analysis, and that is my main interest why I wanted to introduce to all of you also. So please, I would recommend that yes, all of us should be utilizing this particular analytical tool also, which is available for us, and proceed further with your own analysis. So here the first thing that I'm going to talk about is basically the Hathi Trust Research Center. Number one. Number two, you will see that yes, it has given to you the leverage of finding out many things which are available for you. So you can carry forward and you can look. My major area of interest for introducing once again to all of you, apart from content analysis, is that how this particular analytical tool which is available can be used for the textual analysis also, because this is a database which focuses exclusively on the variety of the books and documents and everything that is present. So it is up to us to learn how to use them. Like if you are using BiblioShiny, why we cannot use this also for that particular. And you will see that in this particular playlist of mine, I would be introducing to you some more websites where information is available, and you can definitely go ahead and utilize them for your own publications or for thesis writing or dissertation writing also. So here you will see, apart from this introduction, they are using what I would call it as certain algorithms, which we will see right now. This is just an introduction. Then data capsules, how to create a capsule and show the capsules that you are looking forward. Work sets, create a work set, validate a work set for yourself, and we will just get introduced to the words right now, and in one by one I would be showcasing to you what exactly these things are meaning for us and how to use them for teaching purposes as well as for the research. Data sets, how we can explore with bookworm. Now I don't have to tell you the meaning of a bookworm, like I'm a big bookworm. Either I purchase the books or the books which are available online for me, I'm quite happy with them, and I have to see to it that yes, I am reading a book on a daily basis. Now how to extract certain features, that is called as EF, and genre, which is by the Underwood, and we will understand what genre also means for us. Now here you will see that since you are using it, you need to go ahead and cite them, also refer them, and tell them that yes, I have got this kind of an information by using HTRC or HathiTrust Analytics, and it is also called as HTRC Analytics, and a proper training is given on this thing also. So I thought, I keep doing it in my workshops. I thought, why not a video on it, so that maximum of us are aware of it, number one, and the other resource individuals who are taking the training and earning the money, it is always better that they give the right kind of a knowledge to the scholars as well as the faculties who are learning. So this becomes much more important. Then researcher support, can I get some kind of a support from them or not, and the documentation, how to go ahead with the documentation and everything. Now let me proceed further, and you will see that this is it, what they call it as HTRC Analytics. Now this is something that I wanted to really show to each one of you. Please proceed further. You can register yourself. If you have got an official email ID, there's nothing like it. Send it and they will approve it instantly, and you can take care of your using the HTRC Analytics. In case you don't, that does not mean that you cannot sign up or register. You send your mail ID, the personal one, and request them that you are a researcher or a research scholar and you would like to utilize HTRC's work for their own thesis writing or dissertation writing or publication writing, whatever kind of academic writing you are into, and you can let them know. Now very quickly, let me showcase to you one after the other, so we are able to understand. Now for example, here when you see the first page, you will see that the featured services are that you can extract features from the library itself, that is the HathiTrust I would say digital library, and here you have got the unrestricted data set of metadata and word counts. Yeah, you see, slowly when you are talking about content analysis of various reports or books or something, it is not just I haven't yet given you that kind of introduction that yes, there are two varieties of the content analysis that we do, one at the conceptual level and the other at the relational level. Now if I'm talking about the conceptual level or the relational level between the words, then one of them would be the word counts, which we do it in univariate analysis. Similarly here also you have to understand and find out how many words are there in your given report or the secondary source, whatever that source is going to be. So here if you are using the digital library of HathiTrust, you will be able to grab the information for each book or the article or the documentary or the video, whatever it is. They would definitely will be giving it to you, and maybe I should go ahead and showcase to you how exactly the HathiTrust digital library looks like, and I think there's nothing wrong in that. You should go ahead and use as much as you can for your own academic reason. Download and explore on your own machine. My homework to each one of you would be go ahead, register yourself, come back. It might take 24, I mean less than that sometimes, and then we will see how to extract those features also. Next one is what I call it as the text analysis algorithms. This is web based, that means you don't have to go ahead and install it and increase the memory of your computer. You can do it absolutely free, and it is web based. Click and run tools that perform computational text analysis on the work set. So if you have one of the book is available in their digital library, just pick it up and they have already prepared it, and you can go ahead and you can download the results which are there. In case if it is for your own book or your own report, then go ahead. There is a technique in which we can do it, and there is no need for any kind of a programming that you require it. Then comes what we call it as the data capsules. Here you will see that secure virtual environments for non-consumptive text analysis and research can you can see that the analysis analysis gives you the visualization tools which are very powerful ones also with this particular analytic. The collection here they have given you as to how many things are available as per the year, and the complete analysis they have done it and showcased to us. I mean, I'm not interested, therefore I'm not going to read it also. Now if I click on algorithms, you will see that HTRC algorithms are web based, which I said, and you can explore, analyze, visualize public work sets or those you have created. As I told you, either the material which is available on the public domain, or if you have want to do it exclusively for your own PDFs or the Word file, then also you can do. So you can go ahead and you can execute it. Now I haven't yet signed in because my API is present over there, so that's why I'm not logging in. However, you can go ahead and you can execute, which I'll show it to you in my next video walk. Extracted features download helper. So once you have extracted whatever information you have received, you will see that you can go ahead, you can download the script from the HTRC analytic. Now as I told you, this is going to be a hands-on experience. Go ahead and register yourself and then come back, and in my future videos I'll be showcasing to you how to extract the information and how to proceed further also side by side. So here you have got the documentation. I think they should be giving you an example. Let me just check it out. Yes, it is coming in. So it is here, extracted data features. So here I'm not reading line by line. However, on your right hand side, let me highlight it. You can have a look at it. Now here you see number of volumes. This is for their library. So number of volumes, number of pages, number of tokens, number of IC volumes, pages, then tokens, PD volumes. That means how many you have got, PD pages and PD tokens. Now if I have to extract more information about this, I can go ahead and I can take care. Now this is something that requires hands-on experience, which I will be showcasing in my future I would say videos of mine, wherein you can understand and you would be. Now for example, here you will be understanding whether volume identifier, schema version, that date created, access profile, then title, then publication date, whatever you require it. It's from the book level, I mean from the library to book to the volume to the page level, you are able to extract the information and you proceed further. So here they have given you more details about it, which we will definitely go ahead and we would be seeing more about it. Now similarly, if I go ahead, okay, and I can, this is their center where they are going to tell you about various other things which are available. Now if I have completed with these things, okay, now here they have given you the steps. We will see these steps one by one and we will understand how these things are taking place. Now once the algorithms are done, the next one is going ahead with the data capsules. Now data capsule is depending upon your this thing. Now I haven't yet logged in again, so it is not showcasing. I will create a capsule also. All of us will be creating together one after the other, and how to use them and how to take care of it also. Again, they have given to you. Similarly, you have got that work set. Now HTRC work sets are the user created collections of HathiTrust volumes, and either you can use their own libraries volume and you can create the work set for yourself. Otherwise we can create it for our own books. That's what I said. Just wait for few more videos and then we will go ahead and we will definitely work out as to how to go ahead and get the kind of the information that we are looking for from this particular library. Now apart from this, this I have showcased to you. This is the work set builder. in the HDRC. Now here you will see that this particular tool allows you to build work set from unigrams, that is single term, unigrams, bigrams, trigrams, multigrams. These are all the words which you will see in machine learning textual analysis. Now especially if you are into Python and R or big data textual analysis, you can go ahead and you can see even in AI textual analysis or neural network analysis, unigrams and all these things will be very useful to us. Google also does it, and I'll show you how Google is taking care of it, and you can definitely create your own work site. So here it will be talking about the language, verbs, nouns, adjectives, adverbs, adpositions, conjunction, determiners, numbers, particles, other. And it's not just the word count or the number of words, the frequencies, the basic thing that we are looking for. Later on, when we are building up the relational analysis we are performing, at that time you can see that content analysis becomes much more easier for us. Similarly, you can go to, this is the bookworm map, for example. If I want to understand about the word color, and if I am trying to compare it, color in a different color, basically here it is orange color and here it is the dark navy blue, you can say, or the dark blue. And now if I have to understand, you will see that it will be showcasing to me about the books which are available in their own this thing, and I can see the color kind, it will showcase, it will bubble up immediately, or it can show to me as a scatter plot and it will update the information and give it to me. Now here I'm just doing it, it will take some time because it's the entire world it is showcasing to me for the map scope. So you can understand, for example, I'm doing, let's say, what is the impact of the existence of the university's management on the academic performance of the student. And let's say I'm doing it for a country like India. So I can understand how in India this particular research objective is being useful. Similarly, if I do it that not only just in my country, I want to know how it is taking place in other countries, it will update to me in that manner. And therefore it is for the books and the volumes that are available, we can go ahead and we are able to understand it. Similarly, if I want to do, now this is basically the advanced form of it, and you can understand this is basically for the volumes which I am showcasing. 1930 onwards the books are there till the current year for 2000. So what are the number of the books which are available for each of these category that I have got? This is the heat map for that. So they would be explaining to us all these things also. Then I have explained to you the bookworm for the HathiTrust. This is another map. If you can look at it, the 2-line graph, words per million, how many words are there, and date and year. So you are able to retrieve the information in terms of your PDFs, and this is what I said. I'm just giving you a very simple example. The analysis can be much more deeper, and that's why when you enter into the textual analysis through neural networks, you will see that these things becomes much more rigorous, and depth, what they call it as the deep learning tools are required for that. So we will see how to use them also. Now for example, I have got this particular word, let's say HathiTrust Research Center, and I'm doing on gendered characterizations. Now this is something which I have been taken care, and let's say heart, and I'm looking for the gendered characterizations with respect to heart. Let's say the way feminine looks at heart and the manner masculine looks at heart. Now you see, it is a well-known fact that women are more emotional by nature and their hearts are known for that. Okay, now if I compare it with a male, the things are very different. And now how the words have been taken care of from 1800 to 2006, 7. This is the visualizations that they have checked out, that yes, the gender characterization as observed in the different publications, okay, and those publications which are present in the HathiTrust digital library, they have showcased this as the map. And you can see the curve which is forming and how it is. So initially we can see that hardly there are much differences are there, and this thing is between the years 1800 till, I would say, 1820. Let's make it up. However, differences are coming between 1820 to 1840. From 1840 onwards till you can say 1860, there is some gap which is coming up. So if you are interested to find out as to what is the reason or what are the reasons which created this gap in the feminine concept of heart as well as the male concept of heart, you should be able to grab those publications in the form of books, articles, papers, research, videos, etc., 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 and try to understand. Now as we move forward from 1860 onwards till 1880, you can see that it is narrowing down. You see, can you see in both the graphs? Now as I come to 1960, I can see that the differences between them are hardly visible to me, in the sense that they are not so much different. And then you can see the jumps in the variables also side by side, and slowly if it is going, I'm able to see in 2000 that the gap is completely slowed down. So what are the reasons behind it? Between 1840 1860 to let's say from 1960 to 2000, and if you know how to retrieve the data from the existing graphs, which I'll show you in one of my other videos also, you will see that either that's the dilemma, whether are they going to merge together both the gender characterization, that is the red line and the blue line, or they would be separated again. Now how are you going to render it is something which is the future scope for this particular graph. Now I don't know whether you are interested in learning all these things also or not. When I saw the graphs, I really get excited, because there's so much of the story which is available and you can really write down or go ahead with the interpretation. So this is again something which you can see, and maybe in my future video walks on HathiTrust, we will definitely understand the working about these different tools which are available through HTRC analytics. I think I'm going to stop here and let me come up with yet another video wherein we can discuss more about it. Till then, thank you. Take care. Bye.